I get asked very often about how do you prepare for an interview? And I think it's a fairly straightforward question. But in reality, when you're at the interview, all the things that you thought you were prepared for sometimes doesn't pan out the way they do, don't they? You prepare for certain questions, they don't ask those questions, they don't ask you a question that you weren't prepared for, right? So it's kind of a difficult question to answer. How do you prepare for an interview? Because you don't have access to the list of questions that they ask you. So, well, I guess if you look at the reason why they interview you, we might be able to guess a normal interviewer what they might be interested to know about you. So first of all, they already seen your resume, they already see your CV, and whatever is on there they already know, supposedly, if they read it. So what is it that your CV may tell them that they want to know more? Okay, so normally it's not really about your degree, it's not about a grade. They may want to know more about your work experience. They may know about your other interests. And the reason why they know all of that is because, well, on paper, you look good. You're good enough to actually get the job. But how do they know that you are the person that you said you are? And to work with you, what they really want to know is what you're like to work with as a human being. So the interview is a conversation that they have with you, and through the conversation, they have a better understanding of who you are, how you speak, how do you express yourself, do you have a clear mind, and do you express yourself concisely, to the point, understand the questions well, and appear to be telling the truth. So all of that. And so I guess what I want, some of the things you can prepare for is, number one, to get to know yourself, is you look at a CV and you seriously ask yourself, do I sound like the person I'm in the CV? I mean, I know it's a strange question. You say, of course it is, right? But I'll give you an example. Someone who has certain experience in running a student body, done certain charity work, did certain degree. Deep inside, do the personality perfectly match the perception of someone who does that, right? May not. So I've found, and I've met many students who are on the quiet side, maybe on the shy side, who had held positions and previous work experience where I would not expect that person to be that shy or that quiet. And that surprised me. And so things like that comes up in an interview, and the employer has the opportunity to see it for him or herself, whether this is the person that they think you are. And so it is the time to either confirm or deny, right? Whether you are the person that on CV that they think you are. So have a look at that, and then have a look at the job that you're applying. Have a look at the job description of what they ask the person should have in terms of qualities and skills. And then look back at your CV. Do you have those qualities and skills? And if you do, how would you illustrate that to me or demonstrate that to me during the time that you're at the interview? And one of the most effective way to do that would be to tell me about an example that demonstrate you had those qualities. And from the happenings of the examples, I can gauge whether what you're saying matches the intention of what you said, and prove that, hey, I got those skills. So for example, you say you're a very resilient person, then you give an example about a work experience you've had where you had to endure a lot of weekend work, and those weekends you didn't feel well, but you have to push through to get the job done. You didn't tell anybody, you didn't complain about it, you just went ahead and got the job done. And from there you learn that sometimes, even if you don't feel good, within reasons, you still have to fulfill your commitment. And that is a good piece of example, maybe to prove it to the employer, that you are that person by setting that example, right?